Nice. Welcome to Luigi's Mansion. A game that I have played when I was a baby. This is emulated though, so that I can capture it properly. So it might be a bit weird now and then. If I remember the story right, you win the mansion in like a competition that he didn't even enter. There might even be some stuff where it's like the mansion doesn't actually exist, and that it's all ghosts. It's just ghosts all the way down. I haven't played Luigi's Mansion 2, which is on the 3DS. Ooh. I have played a bit of 3, but I don't own it. I just played what my nephew has. So I've played it for 30 minutes or so. And watched him play a bit as well. It looks so good. Oh, welcome. Hello. Hello, CJ.
Mario!
I remember this.
Mario!
Mario? Isn't there like a button to... yeah. to bash on things? Right, so that's locked. I've got to remember everything. I remember there's a key at the beginning. Oh. No, nothing in here. What was that? How goes it? It goes good. Playing a game that I love. Or that I remember fondly, I should say. Because I've not played it for... I don't know, like 20 years? Something crazy like that. Oh, I was looking to find out, because I think that there's like GameCube controller adapters to USB, and then you can use them on the PC. And I can't imagine they'd be too expensive. There wasn't really any explanation of the story, was there? But we're here to find Mario. That's the only time you ever play as Luigi, when Mario isn't available. Am I using Dolphin? Yes. I'm also using like experimental Direct 3D 12 like back-end stuff with Dolphin. So if it ever gets really fucky, I'll just go back to like the default stuff. It looks alright so far though. This is Egad, the guy who also made the Flood in Mario Sunshine. Ouch. Oof. I should take a lot of knocks in this line of work. Getting too old for this ghost-catching tomfoolery. Yeah, it does automatically pass, okay. Anyway, nice to meet you, I'm Professor Egad. This house, I swear it seems to have more ghosts every day. What's a young fellow like you doing around here anywho? Maybe I should give him a voice. Uh-oh, this looks ugly. No, maybe not. Youngster, look lively. Follow me post haste. So your name's Luigi? I think our paths were destined to cross. Well met, Luigi. Kicked up you, that was great. I don't know about that. What's like an old man voice, but not too old? Well, he does look pretty ancient. But what's this, you ask? Why, these cozy quarters no, it's... think old. What do old men sound like? Don't say they sound like me. Just don't go there. Why, these cozy quarters are where I do my my ghost study. Also, it will change throughout like the whole thing. Professor Egad's Ghost Research Lab. Or the lab if you're in the of your shortening of a shortening mind. You won this mansion in a contest you didn't even enter. Yeah, there we go. Sounds pretty fishy to me. So I guess it was the ghosts that posted a letter through Luigi's door saying that he won the mansion. So you believe the mansion actually exists then? Strange. I've been living here since I was a lad of 20 or so. And I tell you that mansion appeared just a few days ago. The spirits have you fooled. Okay, so it's a mansion that's only just come into existence as well. I don't know if it's a dream, an illusion, or a video game, or what all, but I sure wouldn't be too happy winning a haunted house. I don't know, I think it'd be pretty cool. I'd love to win a haunted house. Although that's IRL, so I don't know. If ghosts were 100% definitely confirmed real, would I want to? No, I still would want to, yeah. No, I'd still take it. Now that I get a look at you, I just recalled a guy with a red hat. A red hat kind of like yours went up to the mansion without even stopping to chat, and he never returned. Was he a dream too? Oh, maybe. What? The guy was your brother? Oh no, that's horrible. He wouldn't stand a chance against those ghosts without my help. You have to go after him. Here's the plan. I'll teach you how to deal with ghosts, so you can rescue your brother, Luigi. Yeah, that comma's very important. Oh. Okay, so A. Yep, B. Yep. Well, there's a map on Y. Search with the Game Boy Horror. Oh, that's like a little Game Boy Color. And I think in number 3 you get given, what was that VR one? The like red vision. I think just standard. I actually can't remember what it was called. That's the vacuum cleaner I engineered to catch ghosts. I call it, this is genius, the Poltergeist 3000. It can suck up all kinds of things. Let her rip. All kinds of things, you say. Use the R button to vacuum and the C stick to change your direction. Here I go. I think I might need to change some settings. They can't be caught using conventional means. So you better use this. It's the only way to fool them. It's the only thing they fear. Or something to that effect. Well, how about we start your training? I might have to change the controls. Ghosts seem to like darkness, and they avoid the light. So if you hit them with a flashlight beam, all of a sudden, you can stun them momentarily. Then it's vacuum time. When you see the chance, hold down the R button and tilt the control stick to the opposite direction. Now this was something that took some getting used to, if I remember, or like understanding. Just give it a try, you'll learn more that way than just listening to me yap about it. Yeah, I will. I know it does work okay. Alright. Oops, perspective. Yeah, so the C stick in the opposite direction to which you're hoovering. Yeah, okay. Alright. Remember, as soon as you see a ghost's heart, that's your chance to vacuum them up. While vacuuming, tilt the control stick, which is the C stick, I suppose, in the opposite direction to bring him in. Oh, he does say it multiple times to really nail it home. Alright, yeah, I think I got it. He's just saying the same stuff Same stick. I never thought about it being called the control stick. I just knew it as the C stick that you press when you want to do a crazy good attack in Smash Bros. And that was kind of all I thought about it. I don't think it was used in many things. Here they come. Oh my god, all of them. Okay, so we can have multiple ghosts. Did we get all of them? I don't think I got all of them. So we're a team. You get me, young fella? It's nice that it calls me young. Even though I'm clearly like 40 or 50 years old. Even though the creators of Mario said that he was in his 20s. That's not true, is it? You wouldn't have a fine mustache like they do in your 20s. Well, how many did you get? Yeah, was it 8 ghosts to get those ghouls, Luigi? I'd say you're ready to look for your brother now. Fine, fine. Looks like you worked up quite a sweat there. How about a little cool down in the gallery? I'm quite proud of it, you know. Okay, I guess. How about you come to my gallery, Luigi? Yes, come down. Yeah, that's quite a good old man voice. Come down to my gallery and have a look. Off we go. Creepy old man voice. Oh, yeah, lovely. Yeah, the angels without limbs. Love them. Great. Good stuff. Did you chisel them off, or did you find them like that? Welcome to the gallery. I once had 21 paintings in my... Oh, that's the bosses, isn't it? 21 paintings in my famous ghost collection, but now they're only frames. What a crying shame. So this is his lab still. He has a gallery in his lab. Huh. And it just happened to appear. This whole mansion just happened to appear next to his lab. Unfortunately, there are only statues here now, but feel free to look around anyway. Anyway, use the X button to check your surroundings with that Game Boy Horror I gave you. Be sure to search suspicious places extra well. You can also check objects with the A button by tapping and shaking stuff. Don't try that on the angel statues. Heh heh heh. Why not? Oh. Okay. That's right, Luigi. I've put animatronics in them. Oh my god. Is this gold? Let's get some of this. This is very strange. Right. There's nothing there. Right, so the game does like have a little bit of a hang up now and then. Like a loading hang up. But this is being loaded from a different hard drive, so that might be the reason. But besides that, it works well. Maybe I should have put it on the M.2 drive. Are you done appreciating art for today, Luigi? There isn't any art, but okay. Let's go back to the lab. Alright then. I think that this game is also on the 3DS. Because I know that the second one is on the 3DS, but I think they also put this on there. With maybe a few changes. But fundamentally the same game. Like, probably graphically looks better? Question mark? Is the 3DS more powerful than a GameCube? It probably is. Yeah, maybe. Well, where will you go, Luigi? Let's go to the mansion. Careful now, Luigi. There's ghosts in there, Luigi. He's not coming with me. So his lab must be completely underground. Oh, there's some weirdness. Oh no. His teeth are like disappearing. Wait, what? Toad? What you doing here, Toad? Boo-hoo-hoo, where did you go, Mario? Was it Toad and Mario then? Huh, Luigi? Wow, it's Luigi. You finally made it. Oh joy. Thank goodness. Me? Well, Princess Peach asked me to come here to look for Mario. He left when he heard that you'd won a mansion. And he never returned. So I won the mansion. Mario decided to pack up and come here before I did. He's like, wow, Luigi, you won a mansion. I'm gonna get there before you. Because he's from New York Italian, of course. Then when he arrived here, the mansion was full of ghosts. And I didn't see Mario anywhere. And I kind of freaked out a little. And I didn't know what to do. It's been awful. Please help. No, wait. Please, you have to help me find Mario. If he doesn't get back, you have no idea how upset the princess will be. She'll flip. Leave it to me.
Oh yeah.
Yay, thanks, Luigi. You made my dark and stormy night. Wait, what? I think I read that wrong. I guess it's like saying you made my day. Yeah, it's just not day. I wish I could do something to help. Wait, I've got it. At least let me do this. What you doing there, Toad? Game was saved. Any second now. Oh wait, you have to press back. Talk to me for help anytime. Okay. Do you want to help me now? Do you want to help me like defeat some ghosts? Oh. Oh yeah, the map. What? Okay, it's quite a big place. And there's multiple floors. I remember this. And I remember... Oh god. I remember... It doesn't... Why do I get taller when I move? I remember it being weird if you take a picture of the mirror. Toad? What happened? It's not a reverse world now, is it? Huh. I don't know what that does. Maybe it's like teleporting back? Wait, why is there gold here now? Was it the mirror? Did I do something accidentally? There's gold in here as well. Give me a gold. Okay, so you can turn with the C stick. Very nice. Who put out my candles? You, Mr. Lime Green. Well, dark rooms are dangerous around here. Yes. They love the dark and they something. Now you're in for it. Just like little red cap before you. What are you done with my brother? May you wander lost in the darkness something. Are you afraid of the dark, little man? Here they are now. Okay, I got a vacuum cleaner, so joke's on you. What? Yeah, the best thing to do is just leave the torch off until until you stood in front of him. The perspective is a little strange. Difficult to know exactly where you're facing. What are you doing? He humps chests to open them, I guess. Yeah, that's the Game Boy Horror, which is just a Game Boy Color. It's so, like, high def, though. It's kind of crazy. How do I...
Mario. Mario.
I wanted to see if I could, like, look at the whole model of it. Well, it's not a model, it's just a picture. My god, the suspense. Yeah, that is loading times when it kind of takes a little bit. Oh, wrong button. Oh, this is easy. Okay. Okay. Although we are seeing different ghosts already. Mario? Oh, shit. My coins! I've kind of got to avoid the other ghosts at the same time. That took off quite a bit of life as well. Hearts? Can has health? All money, that'll do. I think money is just your score. Perspective, please.
Mario.
I was thinking of waiting until Halloween until I played this, but then I thought I can't wait like for Halloween every time I want to play a slightly spooky game. Because there's just too many slightly spooky games that I want to play. Let's hoover these up. So we're already getting different ghosts. This isn't a boss or anything. Alright, I need to get closer. There we go. You're in trouble now! And don't slip on the bananas. Oops. What? Where'd he go? This isn't him. He was a different color. Did he? Oh, there's a key up there. Did he just disappear forever? He was like a special ghost, maybe? Oh, so back to there. I'm gonna try this door anyway. The perspective is so odd. Because the reflection is further away, but it's bigger. Oh, it's just a dead end. With a little crying toad. Mario, where are you? Hey, Luigi. Yes, Luigi, how lucky that you found me. I feel so much better now. Huh. So do you think the mansion sort of goes off of how people feel? So the more scared you feel, the more scary it is. Please save Mario. I've looked everywhere. I can't find him. Where is he? Can I save? Yeah, so Toads are save points. Alright. I think I do remember that. And it's a different Toad. Alright, I'm gonna try this. If it takes me back to the start, then it's a teleportation thing. Yeah, it is. Alright. It's basically the home button. Because the door is here. Hold up a sec, Luigi. It's me, Professor Egad. I detected spirits stronger than we've seen yet lurking ahead. I think it must be some of those escaped gallery ghosts, so bosses in other words. You should know that you're really different from the other ghosts. You're different. They're different, I guess he said, from the other ghosts you've seen so far. They don't show their hearts very easily. Nope, not at all. When you find one, you should first press the X button to search its heart for clues. Sometimes you can learn the best way to surprise them. Well, Luigi, I'll keep my fingers crossed for you. So the X button is the camera, right? Yeah. I don't remember doing that. I don't think I ever did that. I think I just trial and errored it. Oh, coins! I'm sure this isn't a trap. Little ghost mouse. What the hell? Little ghost mouse? What are you doing? Get in there. They are cute though. So these are all locked apart from one, which is this one. Oh. Huh. Go ahead, try to find me. I can see you, but you cannot see me. It's not creepy or nothing. I'll just steal your books. How many books you got, huh? He does have a shadow as well. It's kind of creepy. Yeah, my nephew owns the third game of this, but he doesn't like playing it. He recently turned 9, and I think he might have got it around his 8th birthday. But yeah, I played this when I was like a teenager. Like it wasn't scary at all, but I like the vibe. I like Halloween-y sort of vibes. I can see how this could be like creepy though. I'll just hoover up the fire. Money! That money is just stuck. Kind of out of ideas. I don't really know. What to do. Okay. Wait. That was the ghost. That was the blue ghost. He was fast. Alright, I have hoovered everything. Which I think is the same as doing that.
Mario!
So you're just gonna say the same thing? Yeah. Looks like something might be in there. I was thinking it was something to do with this. Like maybe I break it and he gets angry. Question mark, question mark, question mark. Profit? These mice come back. But it is the only place to go. Like, this door's still locked. Yeah. What? What are we doing? Why did why did that happen? What? Just tons of money just comes out of a light. I'm stuck already. I don't know what to do. Unless there was something I was supposed to get on the way back. But I missed it because I teleported. Okay, the heart didn't respawn.
Oh yeah.
Why does he hump everything? It's weird. I don't like it. Yeah, I can't get to those others. Let's go back. Oh, I can't go out either. Right, so it 100% has to be in that room. But I feel like I've interacted with everything. Apart from the ghost. Because I can't. I'm just going to try these. Right, okay, so that one is a trap. They stole my money. And the door has disappeared. Well, that's good at least. Oops. Okay. Wait. I can also blow out as well as vacuum. I just didn't want to say suck. Right, but not the books. I guess I can't do it to the books. There's a book of riddles. Will you read it? Yes. Mysteries appear whenever people turn, but turning away from them solves nothing. Instead of turning away, turn to the side and look at the mystery from a different view. A way will surely open. Instead of talking about the... Oh. Cheese. What? Really? It was to do with cheese? Wait, what? I keep pressing the wrong buttons. So that cheese only appears in the camera. And the mouse went somewhere over here. Right, but originally I wanted to look at this guy from the side. But yeah, it doesn't change anything. Huh. That's so odd. Right, let's see if there's anything else. You found Egad's Guide to Ghosts. Will you read it? What or why is it in this mansion? In this not real mansion? Dear readers, we've all had a trouble with ghosts who aren't easily surprised, right? Oh, it's basically a tutorial. They have all sorts of ways to protect themselves from light. What would you do? What would you do, right, folks, when in a fix with one of these stubborn ghouls? Well, sir, I'd first look for an opening, a way to catch them off guard and unsettle them. Well, that's what I was thinking about the ship in a bottle, like trying to break it. When a ghost is surprised and it shows you its heart, that's the chance to catch the little bugger. I'll tell you, I've caught dozens of ghosts just like this. Okay. So that is ghost cheese. There's a book called Darkness. Is there cheese? Will you read it? Okay. Ghost mice are drawn to darkness as real mice are drawn to cheese. In the dark, they shine gold with contentment. I must try to get close to one before the lights come back on. Oh, I should have caught it. I don't get it. I don't get it. Maybe if I go back out, it'll reset. It'll probably reset the books though as well. Yeah. Come on, books. I can't turn that fast. Why? No. I don't think that it's the solution, but I do want to catch it. Just in case. Worth it. Where did it go? It didn't appear. I got it! Oh wow. Got like an emerald or something? Big old gem. Yeah, so I think it was just like an extra thing. What? Did I have to wait for him to yawn? Why is he dropping pearls? And mushrooms. I think that's a bad mushroom. Come on, get him in one. Right, I had to wait for him to yawn. That's what it was.
Oh yeah.
I was expecting all of this stuff, like with the room. And with some cheese and a mouse. It's nice that it shows you. Okay, it's a bit creepy, isn't it? Oh, there's Ghost, there's Toad. Ghost. Okay, so it is all about just making them do something. So they're not so much bosses as they are just like special ghosts. I just want to fuck about with the room a bit. This is spinning the wrong way. As fans always do in games. I don't know why. People find it difficult to imagine which way they would spin. Let's see if we can like get some text. Isn't my hair just gorgeous? Of course, I do spend a lot of time on it. I was so bored, cooped up in that painting. Oh, I think that they were all put in paintings by Professor Egad, and they've all gotten loose somehow. So there's someone behind the whole thing. It's probably Boo, right? That would make sense. I think it might be King Boo, yeah. Remembering back on like when I played it. Now I spend all my time in front of the mirror. It seems to scare people, though, so everything is coming up roses. Right. Got him. Yeah, so I do have some control over where I can actually step as well. I don't know why I got hurt there, but I did. Yeah, I don't think go near those mushrooms. I think they're like poisonous.
Yeah.
Just across the hall. So I'll probably complete this sort of section. And then be able to go downstairs. Oh, it's a creepy babby. Wait, are all these people the paintings that spoke to me before? Like the father, the mother, creepy babby, and someone else. I'm gonna go check. I'm gonna have a look at the paintings. I mean the portraits. Like that might have been the guy in the chair. That might have been the lady we just sucked. A butler. Maybe. Some lady. Alright, these could just be anyone. Or that might be the guy in the... I don't know. There was no picture of a babby. He also turns the handle the same way every time. No matter what side of the door he's on. Okay, it's a creepy bait. Creepy babby. Yep. Real creepy. No, I don't want to do that.
Mario.
Health. Much needed health. Alright. Seeing if there's like any cheese. Horsey, Rocky Horsey? Oh, okay. So maybe if I like mess with that. Yeah, what'd you think of this? Hey, wanna play with me? Yep, that's the creepiest thing a ghost babby could possibly say. So they don't seem to care that much about light. Wait, what? Ow, you gave me an owie. I just wanted to play with you. I hate grown-ups. Why do you have to be bigger than me? I've had enough. Small now grows smaller. Small, itsy, tiny, little wee. Gaga goo goo ga. What? Oh, this is a boss fight. Okay. Well. I never thought I'd be beaten up by a baby in this game, but here we are. I've got no light. It's... Yeah, it is the same thing. Sort of. Alright, you kind of have to wiggle the stick a bit. So I avoid until ball. What are you doing? Yeah, we might be able to do it in the next one. So he's pretty much at 50. Well, I say he. Probably a girl, just because of the amount of pink. Alright, okay. I don't know if it's a set amount. Oh, very close. You got me. Alright, come on. Yeah. And then the baby left behind a massive chest of loot. What is that? Luigi! Luigi, can you hear me? Oh, thank goodness you're okay. I lost contact with you all of a sudden. I was a tad worried. Maybe it was the ghosts. You seem to be a bit tuckered out after that long battle, don't you? Why don't you come back to the lab? You can vacuum a boss ghost. When you vacuum a boss ghost, your Poltergeist 3000 gets pretty much full to bursting. Oh, so every boss fight we have to go back to the lab, essentially. But, I guess you showed that boss ghost who's boss. I mean, it was Babby. I don't know if it was that challenging. Good job, Luigi. You made it back in one piece. Take a gander at this. This fine piece of work took nearly 20 years to develop. I call it the Ghost Portraitificationizer. Good. Nice one. The machine lets you turn ghosts you catch into paintings. Not only that, it works in reverse too. Well, that will be a plot point later, won't it? Because I'm pretty sure Mario is in a painting. How do we use it, you ask? Well, it's simple. Just plug that Poltergeist 3000 into the slot and enjoy the ride, my boy. Enjoy the ride, my boy! So yeah, first it washes the ghosts. And spins them until they're flat. It's like baking them into a painting. Yeah, Babby ghost done. Maybe father ghost. Maybe mother ghost. Well, we managed to turn those ghosts back into paintings. Yeah, back into paintings. Thanks for your help, Luigi. Neville, Lydia, and Chauncey. mean, I've caught more than 3 ghosts. It's just that... Wow, that's a lot of money. It's just that those are the only unique ghosts, I guess. So we got 4.4 million. Luigi is now rich. Where will you go, Luigi? Yeah, let's go back to the mansion. Careful now, Luigi. I don't know where that key would be for, but I'm gonna assume the main door. There was still a locked door, though, wasn't there? In that little bit. Like weird glitching. Let me just go upstairs and then look at the map. Yeah, there's still that one locked door. Maybe this is where Mario is.
Mario.
Mario! Yeah, I don't remember that cheese, like, at all. Yeah, so it is for this. Alright. It's only been an hour. It's quite a quick game, although I don't know how much of it there is. Yeah, we definitely didn't do the whole floor. That was the loading screen. And there's a basement as well. There's quite a few opened doors, but I'm just gonna check this one. What? No. I take so long to turn around that they're gone. Oh, they had no health. Money? A gold bar. Okay. Yes, I just keep my gold bars in a vase. As well as my human hearts. Right, so this is the basement. Not everything is locked. Right, if there's a lot of mice, does that mean there's cheese? Oh. Is that how that works, or no? Not really.
I can assure you, Luigi, my erection is purely coincidental.
Welcome in, John. It's that ghost again. What the hell is so fast? Hoi hoi inky boy, how do you... Yeah, I'm doing good. Playing games I remember from my childhood when I was the tender age of probably about 16. No, probably like 15. Yeah, 14, 15. I'm gonna teleport back. You gonna turn that into a thing that amuses me? Well, as is tradition. still pressing like all the wrong buttons. There are some unlocked doors, but with locked doors leading to them. Or maybe that just means it's unknown. Oh. Oh, that one is locked, okay. What is that? A false wall, maybe? Oh. No, it is. There's just no wall there. Yes, this seems fine. Get away from me, other ghost. Oh, I was expecting to have to pull back the curtain and there be a ghost there. Looks like you ran into a bit of trouble there. Maybe you need more training? No? I got out fine. I didn't get hurt. There are some ghosts who will try to grab you and hold you. When that happens, try moving your control stick and shake them off. In the old age struggle for survival, my boy, don't lose heart, Luigi. I'm fine, look, 100%. 100% heart. Okay, this looks like progress. Egad reminds you of Farnsworth. I was trying to give him a voice earlier on. I couldn't quite think of what I imagine he sounds like, but yeah, Farnsworth is pretty close to like what I imagine. He looks super old, doesn't he? Let's do some vacuuming. What? Although you've been watching a lot of Futurama recently, so it might start poisoning your brain. Oh. Good news, everyone! Oh, the little Shy Guy ghosts. Having a little dance. Oh, I think they're immune until you vacuum off their mask. What the fuck? My money. God damn it. Yeah, two at once. Oh, well, let's explore the room. Oh, it's that picture again. don't think this gent can even see us. So you can see me? Well, that may be, but you will never find my weakness. Ah! It's a picture, but I wouldn't call it art. Has nothing to do with these.
Oh yeah.
I'll hump his portrait. How about that? It's like, how very dare you? Right, so I can sometimes see them. Is it because of the lightning? No. Well. Well, I'm out. Let's just have a little explore. Or what I do want to do is I do want to save. And I'm gonna try and like transfer the ROM onto the C drive. Just hold on just 1 second. Stop that. Let's just transfer it. I just want to see if it gets rid of the like little hiccups. Yeah, transferring legitimate disk. It's in a different console, and I just need it to be like in the local console. That's all. Nintendo. Right. Hopefully that picks up. Game capture. There we go. Took a while. The mansion. Let's go to the mansion. I do want to see if it still does this weird, like, glitchy thing with his face. I think it still will. And his backpack. Because that's in the ROM. Yeah. I think that's just in the ROM. Or it could be to do with the Direct 3D 12 drivers. Or back-end stuff. Because it said it was experimental. But now whenever I go through a door, if there's still that like little bit of a pause, I guess that's just how the emulation works. Doesn't seem to be so far though. Yeah. I think that's what it was. Just fucking instant loading screens now. Yeah. Even that bit where it's like a cutscene, technically. Right, okay, so I have to get the key to go further there. Alright. Oh, I've got to do this again. Like a pro! Wait, something somehow hurt me. Yeah, did it again. I don't know what that was. Emotional damage. Like, they don't drop anything, do they? But it seemed to happen after they had attacked. And then I was like catching them. So maybe it was like a little bit of a bug. Don't worry, I'm sure they'll fix it. Very recent game. 2001, I think it said. Fuck's sake. This one's a trickster. Unless those hearts hurt. Right, so now they've shown up. Yeah, see? No delay. Like, they are on a hybrid drive, so I was hoping that, like, the massive amount of cache that they have was enough, but I guess it's still a mechanical drive at the end of the day. Wait, what? His heart just showed up. Alright, halfway. Might get him in one. I guess they're like a pair? Yeah. Don't question it, just suck.
Oh yeah.
I still don't know why he humps everything. You sucked, congrats. That's what it should say when you've defeated a ghost. You suck. Congrats. The tension. I could also like scale this up and stuff, but I thought I just wanted to play it as Nintendo Nintended. So it's like, you know, 600 something. 600 by something else. It's probably like 600 by 400-ish. Grappled me. Right, so the ones that look prone, grapple. Look at the mirror. There is Bhutan. Don't push. What in the world is this? It's a button, Luigi. You press it.
Hmm?
And then the room starts shrinking and spikes come out of the wall. Oh. I sure hope Mario wasn't on the other side. Because he's dead now. Danger. That looks like Boo. What in the world is this? Yeah, there's nothing else.
Mario!
Is this where Luigi goes?
Mario! Mario!
I don't know what to do with that. Oh, it doesn't even say what in the world is this.
Mario!
Let's try vacuum it open. Oh, wait. Aha. Oh, it's like a Ghostbusters trap. Oh no. Well, now we know why it says don't push. Oh no, look, Luigi. We're gonna do what we did to your brother. Oh, it's King Boo. Everybody scram. Now I remember the boos being like collectibles. Like you've gotta collect like 100 of them or something, or 50. Luigi, are you okay? That was them. Those were the ones who released all of the ghosts from the paintings. I fucking knew it. Mostly because I played this when I was Babby. In my gallery. Those fiends. I wondered where King Boo and his gang had gone. So they were hiding in the mansion all along. Thanks for flushing them out, Luigi. I'm tickled you found them, but perhaps it would have been better if you hadn't. We'll let every single one escape. What? Just a thought. I don't know, the story's not really making much sense anymore. This mansion only exists because of the ghosts. The ghosts got out because of King Boo and the Boos. So why were they trapped in the mansion? Did they release them and then the ghosts turned on them? What? Is that what happened? Ah well, water under the bridge. Anyway, you should probably come back to the lab for a sec. I've been waiting for you, young Luigi. He's kind of creepy, isn't he? You're so young and slender. Your brother must have been taken by the gang of Boos. Poor fella, but they were trapped. Oh no, don't talk crazy. They're not gonna eat the man. Okay, they're just gonna...
I can assure you, Luigi, my erection is purely coincidental.
But what became of him, Odd that he hasn't come back. He's trapped. I think he's in a painting. I think he is actually in a painting. And I think that we find that pretty soon. Common theory holds that Boos grow the strength when they travel in numbers. They must somehow combine their powers too. Their power likely overwhelmed your brother. If your aim is to save Mario, there's but one way to do it. Capture each Boo and slowly weaken the group's power. That was it. And I think the final boss is going to be King Boo. And it's going to be as difficult... Well, it's going to be easier if we've caught every other Boo. But Boos, as their name implies, like to hide and then jump out and scare people. Got your work cut out finding them. Don't get all down in the mouth, my boy. He says such weird stuff. The Game Boy Horror I gave you has a secret function. Oh, it's a Boo finder, isn't it? Yeah, I remember there's like a little, like light on top of it, and when you're close to a boo, it flashes and stuff. And then I think maybe you have to take a picture of it for it to reveal itself. I don't know. So many innuendos. Before you can suck it. I knew it would come in handy one day, so I developed it secretly. I call it the Boo Radar. The Boo Radar will flash red when something round like a boo is hidden nearby. What do you mean? What? It doesn't detect boos, it just detects round objects. Right, EGAD. Why do you have this? Yes, I just wanted something that would detect very large round objects. Oh. And the Poltergeist 3000, which is very good at sucking. And I also have a painting gallery of the finest of art. This is my breast finder. Hidden nearby. Use it to search everywhere, Luigi. Okay. Alright now, Sonny. Don't go tuckering yourself out. Relax. Just have a little nap here. In my bed. Pat's bed. And just try to get these boos one at a time. The trick is using the control stick and the C stick together. Wait, the C stick is not the control stick. So the control stick is the movement stick. Like the left stick. And the C stick is the right stick. Right. Okay. Where will you go, Luigi? Back to the mansion. Careful now, Luigi. We can skip this. Yeah, so there's the little light on the Game Boy Horror. So 50. There's 50 boos. Let's go upstairs and see if we can find any. I mean, it's flashing in here. Right, okay. So I guess there's one in this room. I am Boo. Well, how do I... Oh, I don't have to... Oh, it's gone. I don't have to stun it, I guess. Wait, what is this? What the fuck? Okay. And it is the same boo. Alright. Mercy, you've already caught your first boo. I've been researching those guys. Well, these boos don't seem to like light much. Well, they're in lit rooms, that's for sure. They do their best to hide in and under furniture when they're stuck in a lit room. So then I reckon that means that turning on all the lights in the mansion is the fastest way to find all the boos. Wouldn't you say, youngster? I think that they only show up once you've, like, completed the room and the lights are on. Which is, like, the signifier that you've done it. Okay, now send me the boo and all the data you've got. Okay. So you save after every boo. Okay. Be careful, Luigi. Double boo? Triple boo? I can hear another one. Here it is. We got it! Oh, it's all clear. Right, so it is better to do it from range, really. Who's in the shoes? No, it plays in the left channel for some reason. Which made me think that there was another boo. Okay, now send me all the data, okay. Are you a boo? Why isn't it going off? Because he's large and round. Here you go, Toad. Put it right to his face. Like that. Does it feel good? It has a suck feature too. Well, a blow feature and a suck feature. Man. What is this game? Oh, it's the Game Boy Horror that I'm holding. I don't remember it being that slim. But I never owned one. But he's got a cartridge in there. Wait, what? Was this one that I tried to get before? So when I switched room, I think that what I should have done was exited and come back. Let me just check this other room again. Boos can move through rooms if memory serves. Well, that's what I thought as well. But then that boo only appeared when I went back into the room, and I think that the other boo that I found in the other room was just coincidental. But maybe it didn't move because there was another boo? I don't know. I don't know. It'll become more obvious when there's less of them. Like, when there's one left, it'll become real obvious. But yeah, for now, just search all the rooms. I want to see if this cheese is still here. It's the wrong button. It is. That little jokester. Well, where is he? Yeah, I heard him in the left channel as I was catching him. Right, yeah, room definitely clear. And then this one is the locked one. Is this one the fake one? It is. They do all have names. Yeah, look, he's trying to leave. I remember these boos taking forever. But, I don't know. Oh wait, he's saying stuff. Something about a washroom. Although, I don't know if that was a tip on, like, where to go next. Because we have already been there. Ow. Little fucker. Yep, room clear. I'm just going to go through the others. Yep, because it loads so fast now. Oh, it's good. It's good stuff. That's the fake one. Fool me once. Shame on you. Fool me twice. Can't be fooled again. I didn't know that there was actually two. Is that old W? Yeah. It is. It's my favorite quote. Or my favorite rendition of that quote.
Mario!
Oh my god. And I'm at like half health. So I gotta be careful. Yeah, let's try. Oops, let's try these rooms that I've done. Yep, booze, filled with booze. Classic quote, yeah. He was not a smart man. You'd like to be filled with booze? Well, I can draw it for you. For the low price of £100. No, I should probably charge more for that kind of thing. So they definitely move from objects whilst you're searching as well. Ooh la la. I wish there was a lock-on that was a little bit better. So what if when they first came out I just stood here like this? Or if I press the button,
Hmm.
do they all go back in? Wait, you can kind of see beyond the wall. If you're charging £100, you would at least expect bomb-ass anime titties. Yeah, I can draw those. It's the same as drawing booze. Game boo. And he's gone. Yeah, he has actually moved. So there we go. It could have been that when I went back into that room... Yeah, here he is. It was a different Boo, but he happened to have 17 health. I don't know if he went through the wall. I guess he did. Oh, it does sort of lock on its own. Apparently you can make some serious money doing that sort of thing. Well, I used to. I used to, and then I was like, you know what? I ain't drawing this shit anymore. I ain't doing this. You didn't know this? Yeah. I mean, I only did it for a bit. I was like, yeah, sure, I'll draw whatever. And then that whatever very slowly became more and more just anime titties, really. Like, I still don't have too much of a problem with it, but it's just, if you get known for doing something like that, you're gonna get nothing but that, you know? It's like typecasting.
Wow.
I'm just like, nah, not about this life. I'm looking for HP as well. The fuck? My sordid history is the king of smut. No, it probably wasn't that bad. It was just like a bit too anime. It's just like meh. Or a bit too furry. I have drawn a lot of people's OCs. And you know, we joke about it, but if and when I draw your Spyro OC, someone might come in and see it and be like, oh, can you draw mine? Like, legitimately wanting me to. And then someone else later down the line will be like, oh, can you draw mine? It has like 3 dicks. Or something like that. I'm like, what the fuck? No. Drawing OC's Scars of Man. It's just, it's weird what people like. People like the strangest things. Right, so we got a key in there, didn't we? I forget what it opened. I think it was one of the ones closer to the end of this hall. Don't kink shame? It's not a kink shame thing. It's just surprising that people like that. It's not that it's a kink. either a lot of the time. It's just like... It's like over-design. Like everything has to be something. There's some health. Please don't lose the health from the bats. I'm just gonna have to try all these doors. It's also the reason why I stopped using DeviantArt like quite as much. I still have a DeviantArt, but yes, it's the home of that sort of thing. Oh, it's a fake door. Real fake doors! And many other places are as well, but you know. Is it this one? Yeah, DeviantArt is a scary place. Clues in the name, really? It's kind of not, because it's deviant as in deviating from classic art or something was supposed to be the original meaning. Rather than a sexual deviant. I guess it still has the same meaning, but a different connotation. Yeah, if you say they're a deviant, you never really mean that as a normal thing, do you? As a non-sexual thing, I mean. Which door is it? Oh. Maybe this is what they meant. I dropped a really important thing into the toilet. I didn't mean to. Don't worry about it. That's where it's supposed to be. That's where you're supposed to drop those things. Hey, you're right. No point in crying over spilt milk. Oh no. Toad. What were you doing? I suppose I'll just flush that old worry away. Yep. I'll just let it swirl on down to the depths and let happiness refill my life. That's right, Toad. And I'll use the vacuum cleaner to get it back. Yeah, there we go. You poop keys? What the fuck? Right, there we go. I don't think you can ever get a Boo in a Toad room, because they're just like save rooms, aren't they? I don't suppose you happen to know a way to get health back, like to farm health. Look at the reflection. Is that... Was that in the original? The reflection? Oh, okay. It's a very spooky room. Can I light these? Nursery in the dresser in the back right corner. Graveyard. It's in the grave closest to the left. Torch. Safari room. So like these are just places where you'll definitely get health back. Cellar in the shelf in the middle. I don't think I have that room. I definitely have the nursery. But yeah, no graveyard either. Or safari room. Can I even leave? Yeah, I can. So those mice are like lots of coins mice. Why is there bats? Leave me alone. Millionaire mice, yeah. Right, so in here, second door. I think this is the nursery. In the dresser, in the back right-hand corner. So here. Oh, very good. Very good. But then I want to see if I can just reuse it. No. Hmm. Got 8 boos. I'm thinking if this doesn't... Oh, it does. It does reset it. Okay, that would be very useful as well if I'm like struggling on a boss. And I don't have full health. Yeah, graveyard as well. I don't remember a graveyard. Right, Luigi is actually a millionaire already. He does have like 4.4 million. Just dip out and leave? Yeah. Mario was a dick anyway. Well, he could come back though, couldn't he? Oh. I regret. I thought it would be to do with the mirror. I think I do remember this. Do you think Nintendo will ever do another Year of the Luigi? Or Year of Luigi? Since they lost a bunch of money that year. Nope, he had his time. He had 1 year. Oh god, perspective, please. Get off me! And there's a boo in here. Let's just hump this first. Ah yes, a red coin. No idea what that is. We're about to be tutorial told. Hey now, Luigi, what have you found there? Let's take a look at that. Ooh, it's a fire element medal. Now you can use the fire element. What? I don't remember this stuff. It's gonna be Year of Yoshi next? Well, maybe. Yes, so with that you can catch fire elemental ghosts. What's a fire elemental ghost, you ask? Why, they show up whenever you see fire, my boy. They're ghosts of fire itself, if you will. If you approach a flame, they'll be surprised by your presence and leap out into the air. Then you vacuum them up right away. Right after that, you can expel fire. I do kind of remember it. Yeah, this is how I'm gonna, like, light the things in that other room then. You can melt ice, light candles, do all kinds of stuff, but just those two, really. A meter will appear down at the bottom of your screen, so keep an eye on how much element you have left, okay, fella? You may have to use fire element to defeat some ghosts. Keep that in mind, sonny. Don't say I never warned you.
Yes.
Yeah. Fire! Just burn down the whole mansion. Yeah, this is definitely what I'll have to do. Did that open the door? I actually wasn't paying that much attention. They're so much easier than I remember, but maybe boos become extremely difficult later on. Unbelievable, there's no stopping you, Luigi. Okay, now send me the data. I wonder if he told me to go back to the lab or anything like that. When I got 5. Oh, these have just been put out. Because I was sucking. Of course. And you keep the element between rooms. Good to know. Bleep 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 bloop. At the end of the hall. Burn. I guess she's just chill. Leave me alone. Those are quite good for health. Like, it's a small amount of health, but they don't have any health themselves. I don't think it would ever actually be Year of the Yoshi either. Like, Yoshi does well enough that they don't have to promote him. Found his hat. There's his hat. And it's been laundered recently. Okay. Was Mario living here? Did he go, oh, my brother's won a mansion, I better go move in. Maybe he moved in, and he is the reason why all the boos were captured. There's actually a boo in here. He's gonna ask me to save. I want to get that heart that fell out. Oh, it disappeared. But Yoshi? Wait, this isn't a door then? It's a trap. Yeah, I do think that Yoshi does really well, so he doesn't need promoting. Right, I do remember those fire elementals and how they kind of work. I thought it was going to be like a whole different ghost, like a deadly ghost, but it's just like a power-up. Wait, what? What? Why has it got a hole in it? You'll be right back? Okay. I shall investigate this room. Let's see if I can turn the lights on somehow, but there doesn't appear to be anything here. It's an old-fashioned sitting stool. It doesn't make much sense to me why it would have a hole in it. Unless it's got a bucket underneath it. And then it's basically a toilet. Oh, I read sitting, but you typed shitting stool. I see. Yeah, when someone has to do so much sewing that they have to have a stool with a hole in it. Like, where to now? I do want to try that door, even though it's definitely a trap. Was that a bad idea? Okay, that light just did nothing. Oh, hello, Tekken. It's like, John, is that you? Are you back? Welcome to Luigi's Mansion. Yep. Yep, 100% fake door. I mean, I knew it and I still went for it. Oh, it's now the universal hello? Oh, okay. Let's just set everything on fire. Including these shitting stools. Alright, it must be that the fire is there for some reason, but I can't think of what. And I can't think of anywhere else to go. Was there anything to do with lighting candles in the basement? We shall find out. The spooky basement. And that's a locked. Yeah, this one's locked. There is a power switch here. Or a breaker. He doesn't he doesn't know how to flip a switch. Alright, nothing to do with like lighting candles or anything like that. Or melting ice was the other thing that they said. Right, I'm gonna summon this ghost first, the fortune teller, and then light the candles. And then sing happy birthday. No, so that was just for getting the key. So it has to be to do with this room. Like, I don't know what, but something.
Oh yeah.
They just hump everything. Fire. Like there's not just like a light switch or something, is there? What? What? Apparently that was the thing to do. Well, this looks like a very extra area. Just light this place up. Oh. Is there nothing in these? Oh, there is. Money! What? Oh, it's an ice ghost. I can only use fire for the ice ghost. I don't have much fire left. Or is it that... It might be that they had ice. Yeah, once you melt the ice, then you can just get them like normal. Yeah. I'm kind of like fumbling with all the buttons, but, you know. Whatever. My god, look at these gems. Okay, get the gems last. Get the gems last. They take up precious time. And there's a boo in here. I'm Gumboo. Oh, he's gone. Does this game make you curse or no? No, not really. It's quite a chill game, really. Oh, he's gone back. Come here, moose. So you have to take a picture of it in order to go through it. But it's like still in like early game. There are some parts I remember that were quite difficult. This is a bit annoying. Just instantly hurts me. Got him. That's 11? Yeah, 11. Right, but it had nothing to do with the actual story. It was just a secret room. Is it on the map, that room? Yeah, it is. Oh, and the rooms go blue when they're, like, complete. So that storyteller's room is not done. I'm gonna, like, go top up my health. By going to the Babby room.
Oh yeah.
An humping a dresser. So that is just locked. It's not like I get into that room a different way. Like a mouse hole or something. So I've still not discovered what the hell to do in that room. Or this one. Wait, what if I make her appear and then take a picture? I didn't try that. That often gives clues. Destiny chooses our paths. Right. Yeah, okay. You reallocated liquids into appropriate containers. Well, welcome back. I really don't know how to get this one. What did you miss? I found a secret room, but I'm still just struggling with this room and the pooping room. Yeah, this one. I did find this, though. It is a secret room. Wow, everything has been filled again?
Mario.
Oops. Oh, I guess not.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh. A little mirror. I thought that one was the scream from, like, here. Oh no, infinite money pile. It wouldn't break the game even if there was, because I don't think the money is used for anything. It's just the score. But it did have money in it. It also had a boo in it as well. Ow. But yeah, there's nothing really here. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Might have to look this stuff up. What is that room actually called? It didn't come up. Butler's room. You need to buttle the butler into this room. What? I don't know where they are. So maybe that's something for later. What about the fortune teller's room then? But what I don't get is that the fortune teller's room gave me a key for this room. And in this room, I don't think I got anything. His name is apparently Shivers. Fucking... so difficult. But yeah, apart from that, it's just this room. Well, for now. I can check the others. Just in case I did get a key. Oh, rich mouse. He was carrying gold bars and everything.
After the floating whirlwind is captured, Shivers can be found wandering the north corridor of the first floor hallway and appears as nothing but a floating candelabra. When the Poltergust 3000 gains the ability to expel flames, Luigi used this ability to light the candle Shivers is holding to cause him to panic and run into the butler's room.
Alright, we can do that. May as well save. This is also the era of game. Was it through here? I don't know now. This is also the era of game where after you save, it waits for you to press a button. No, it isn't, is it? Wandering the north corridor on the first floor hallway. Now what is the first floor? Oh shit, it's the ground floor. Like I thought it was like here. Or through here. But no, these are all lit up anyway. But I do remember seeing the candelabra. But yeah, I guess American floor rules. Might have been here that I saw it. Get out of here. The north corridor, so probably this one. Yeah, okay, it is here. Fire, fire, run away, run away! He looks a bit like a Dracula. Why have all of these things reappeared? Right, what he... Oh, okay. I was gonna say, what he's done there is he's gone the wrong way. He might be a Dracula. Oh shit. Nice. And there's a boo in here.
Oh yeah.
Just hump the back of the chest, it's fine. Alright. Nice. Ooh, where you hiding?
Mario.
Easy. God, these are annoying. I can't wait until this corridor is done. Ah, the music room. What is that? Is it just like 3 saxophones together, or is that an actual instrument?
Oh yeah.
Hump the piano. Ah yes, I just keep all my change in the music room. Oh shit. This ragamuffin looks as if he couldn't play a note. Well, actually I can. So there. The fabled multi-sax. The problem is that it's got 3 mouthpieces. Which you have to... which aren't like curved. Very difficult to play. Gotta have a very big mouth. Right, how do I... Can I like push the chair or something? She's definitely on the piano. What is that poster? Oh. Very nice. Very, very low res. Oh, this is great. My name is Melody. People call me the spectral beauty of the Ivory Keys. What a stirring performance. I haven't been so charmed by a piece for ages. You must have a delicate ear for music. No, I just hump all the instruments and music happens. Would like to listen to my piano sonata? Yeah, sure. Well, here I go. Well, Melody, I sure hope that you like copyright strikes. By the way, that song was featured in a famous game. Do you know which game? Oh my god. Which one was it? I think it was Mario World, but I really don't know. I think it's Super Mario Bros. 3? Could have been. I mean, it could have been any of them. I don't really know. I can't, like, distinguish them that much. Mario Bros. Is, like, just that real simple game. Where it's like one screen. Oh, fuck, I don't know. Was Mario Bros. 3 on the SNES? Or the NES? I'm gonna go Mario World. No. No. Put my heart and soul into that piece, only to be insulted. How could you awful man, now leave and think about your rude behavior? I think I probably just have to hump everything again, don't I? It probably was 3. Did I miss one? No, she's just that pissed. You've never encountered a problem you couldn't solve by humping. By the way, what image do you think the piece's composer had in mind whilst writing it, Sky? No? Alright, I guess I just get them all wrong. Was it not like a cloud level that was for? It was water. Well, time to hump all the instruments again. Alright, so 3.
Yes.
Yeah. Twas gonna be my second guess. Very impressive. I guess I needn't hold back with you. Well, I mean, I did get them wrong twice. Would you care to do a battle with my lovely music sheets? I guess? Get in the vacuum cleaner. Think anyone's cosplayed as Luigi with the Poltergeist 3000? It looks a lot like a vacuum cleaner that I've even had. Yes, definitely. I think it'd be a good one to do. Especially if you've like got one similar to that, but it broke. So then you take all the heavy like motors and stuff out of it. Or there might be one with like goo in the back as well for Gooigi. There was a boo in the piano the whole time. Oh. Nope. Is this a glockenspiel? Like with the hanging bits. Where'd he go? They do very quickly go back into their rooms. But it could be that we're kind of surrounded by locked rooms as well. Oh, you're on fire, Luigi! On fire! Quickly, put me out! Okay, now send me the boo data. Oh yes, definitely. I don't really know like the differences. Because some xylophones look like glockenspiels and the other way around and stuff. But there's other words as well. There's like one beginning with M. And that might be, it's like a mamba or something. And that might be with the hanging things as well. I don't know. Bananas? Is it gonna be like the Donkey Kong ghost? Oh jeez. There's a big boy. I'm gonna assume that it might also be to do with these candles actually. But I was thinking pulling this. No? one can see me in this darkness. No one know. Yeah, so it was to do with the candles. They're so fast, it's unreal. Like, look at that. How are you supposed to catch that? Slow-ass Luigi. What the fuck? Impossible. No way. What are you? What is this? What the fuck? Oh, these are like waiters giving him food, I guess. Can I like these? No. Right, there's just a door on fire. Steal the cake? I did kind of try. Maybe I can burn the cake. Right, I think that this might be like water elemental thing, which I don't have yet. And then you use it on the door. Oh, it's a ice one. Nah, we'll just leave. Oh, I can steal. Oh no, he's eating the cake, and it's going down. And then when those other ghosts show up, I think I hoover them up. Right? It's not going down now, though. Was it because I was hoovering it? Yeah, it was. Okay. Oh, he's mad. Okay. You can spit fire. Right. I don't know what to do. This is stupid. What, I just dodge forever? Oh, there we go. did a lot of damage. Oh, we got him!
Oh yeah.
Wow. Right, now where's this boo? Yeah, they are getting like more and more health. Right, so did killing this guy get me anything? Oh, there we go. There's only one ghost in here.
Oh yeah.
Now we can get water. Okay. Nice. Hey now, Luigi. Now what have you stumbled across? Oh, this time it's a water element medal. Now you can use the water element. My research shows that these particular elemental ghosts leave their watery dwellings whenever you approach. You know the drill. Vacuum them up using the L button to expel them once they've vacuumed. If you press the L button all the way in, you can shoot out a big ball of water. I hear there are some ghosts who can be defeated only with water. Actually, also, remember that water has purifying properties, so use it well. Don't get too caught up with your new squirt gun, Luigi.
Oh yeah.
We could try and... we could try and squirt the fortune teller. Look at them physics. Where is this boo? Nope, that was a bomb. Yeah, the reason he screams Mario is because I press A to try and skip the text. All three physics. Yeah, the water did look better in Sunshine, but that was kind of the whole deal. All right, let's see what's through this door. Or should I'm gonna go and squirt the fortune teller with water. See if it does anything. Leave me alone. I don't think it will. I was thinking like the incense things, maybe I could put them out. And then will this be outside? It might be the graveyard that you spoke of. I only think that because you can kind of see outside. That doesn't look like a room. Yeah. Graveyard? No, not quite. Let's water this plant thing. Okay. Is that good? Is that what we wanted? There's a ghost doggo. Friend? No! No! Bad dog. What if we give it water? Did that work? I don't quite get what this is supposed to do. Right. Woof woof. Good. Yes. Indeed. No, I was seeing if I could, like, get it to bite the plant or something. Wait, what? What the fuck? What the hell? What is this? And why can't I get it? Oh, now I see. Okay, we're actually getting the dog. I thought we were going to make friends. So did I have to grow the plant in order for that skeleton to appear? I mean, I suppose so. We did it. We killed the pupper. Is this gonna be secret? Oh, this is the Graveyard of Legend. So, which one was it? One of these will give hearts, or maybe all of them. Uh-oh. Ruh-roh. It feels like we're kind of dealing with magic now that is a bit beyond us. We're just some guy with like a vacuum cleaner. We're like waking the dead and stuff. There we go. Oh. But yeah, we found it. Oh no. I should have gone back and saved. Oh, it's a boss fight, a proper boss fight. It's a spooky ghost. They don't give us the torch. So I'm not sure what to do. Oh. We've vacuumed them? What? Okay, this is gonna take a while. Where is he? Fuck. I just get hurt from everything. Yeah, isn't one of the traits of Luigi is that he's a coward? I just get hurt from actually playing. Like, it's weird. Unless there's something I'm not doing that I should be doing. But yeah, look, my health just goes down. That kind of means that that I've got to play it really safe. Because it's unavoidable damage. Unless some of these drop hearts or something, it doesn't look like it. Nice. I think I was being hit by the other ghosts, but the hitbox was just a bit strange. Give.
Oh yeah.
Ah, the green key. I think I know where that would be as well. Like right at the end of the first floor or ground floor corridor. So he can't contact me when I'm in like the other realms fighting the bosses. Luigi, can you hear me? Good to hear you're still okay. I lost signal when that lightning struck. That was some battle you had there. Okay, I guess he saw it. Why did you come back to the lab? What, you think the lightning damaged the Poltergeist 3000? Don't worry about it. Even if the lightning had cooked your goose, your Poltergeist 3000 wouldn't even have a scratch. Good job, Luigi. Made it back in one piece. Looks like you got a vacuum full of ghosts there. What do you say we put them through the old ghost portrificationizer.
Oh yeah. Here.
Yep, spin him around. The ghosts are invisible, so we need to press them into visible forms. He talks as if it makes sense. Hey presto, turn them into beautiful ghost portraits, did it say? That's quite a few. And the dog. The like mini boss dog. Well, we managed to turn those ghosts back into paintings. Thanks for your help, Luigi. So that's area 2 done. Shivers. Spooky the dog. It's a good name for a dog. We're rich. Really rich. But yeah, it's all about those pearls, really. Total is like almost 20 mil. Yeah, back to the mansion. Alright. I think I'm going to call it for here. Yeah, I could probably like boo hunt as well, like next time I play. I think I'm just going to play tomorrow as well. Just going to keep at it. Because if I switch games, then I'll forget controls and stuff. But yeah, thank you all for watching. And I'll see you again at a similar time tomorrow. Goodbye for now. Bye bye bye. See ya.